Yo, no new lines, stick to your lines. So, been collecting a lot this year. I've got a lot of Masters of the Universe, Origins, Classics, Masterverse, McFarlane, DC figures, and that's kind of my main lines really. Mattel Origins, I said that, and I've got bits and bobs from other lines, but I've got, you know, these things rack up. I've got a couple of Mondo as well, pre-order, one on pre-order, and 2 Mondo. And these, you know, I shop on, I go on Big Bad, like a lot of people, eBay. That's the main places really. Forbidden Planet and Mattel Creations. And I've got a baby on the way coming. And sometimes you feel like, oh man, I've spent all my money and spending my money on, you know, this plastic. Oh, Thundercats, another line. Super 7, another line. On these beautiful scopes, figures, collectibles. I mainly use the term figures, but also toys. And, you know, obviously got responsibilities. You know, you're doing the right thing with the hobby, with your life. And you question that. You know, are you doing the right thing? There's a Henry Cavill Superman here, Mafex. And I guess the thing is, for me, I always need to be slightly entertaining myself a little bit, whether it be working, like, you know, I do tend to collect things, whether it be sunglasses, fitted caps, new clothes, stuff like that, and figures. And now, really, I'm not really figures is like now. I'd actually rather buy a new figure than buy clothes. I'd rather buy a new figure than all those other things. You know, I'm bored of those things now. I'm just like, you know, I don't need any more of those. But figures can be an ongoing thing. It's got a white cape. And that kind of keeps me going, keeps me excited. Of course, I'm excited about having a daughter, my family, you know, future life, fun with me and my wife, holidays, things like that. But at the same time, of course, that is personal to me, that is for me. But I've always kind of liked the stupid other little things that incite me. New guitars, you know, I've got a guitar collection as well. And now it's figures, and this, to me, it can be something that can be ongoing, you know, buying and selling figures. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've done it since a kid, collected figures, but off and on, and had my toys, and I've always kept them. And my mum gave quite a lot away recently, and it kind of made me a bit annoyed. And I thought, you know what, like, I want to have just my collection. Anyway, I don't know if anyone else out there feels that the kind of that challenge of what the hell am I doing? Is this right with a family coming, and should I feel guilty when I've got, you know, responsibilities and rent? Rent's pretty high. I live in Croydon. You know, should I feel guilty? I mean, I tell you why I don't. It's because it keeps me sane. It keeps me focused and fun. You know, I find it. It just keeps me fun, keeps me light. You know, it's my favorite figure out of all of them. This is a Super 7 He-Man. What do they call it? Grayskull edition. Really, it's from the classic toy, TV show version. I guess they'd call it toy version now. Will you focus a bit more? Yeah, it's a beautiful figure. Yeah, I guess for me, I just need to slow down, make sure that, you know, I can't, it's not my priority, but it's just something that's for me. Also, a little bit of priority is to look up for my mental health. I like little things that make me happy, make me smile, and keep me going. Like my favorite, like outside of, you know, little bits of rubbish, like fun little toys and music, I like conversation, having jokes with my wife, having jokes, watching reality shows, cussing people off, like watching it, judging it, having a good time, and with my friends. I just like having conversations, like with people. That's the main thing that kind of keeps me going. I love talking. I love talking industry. I love talking about the arts, talking about jobs, talking about silly stuff. I used to like talking about politics, but that's boring now because 99, like most people aren't, they shouldn't be interested in it, but most people who would have been maybe in the past interested in politics are interested in social media now. They don't read books and they're thick as shit. So I don't really talk about politics because people are slow. They just want to follow slogans and things that everyone posts online. It has nothing to do with their over any sort of sense of principled ideology or an argument. You know, I don't mind disagreeing with people, but if it's based on, you know, an algorithm or following everyone saying this, then it's not really a conversation. It's just rubbish, garbage. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I just like, you know, fun conversations. Really, just having a bit of a joke. Stories, personal stories, anecdotes, sharing life stuff. Only thing about these He-Man is that the ankles are a bit loose. The He-Man classics. They're expensive figure. This is like £100 figure. Right now, it wasn't originally. If you don't want to buy it online, it's going to cost you £100. Sorry, getting a weird angle of me there. Obviously loving the new Superman film. Got the merch on. Yeah, it must be a bit weird because I'm showing off Henry Cavill, but there's no beef. You know, I like the Snyder films. They were the dark DC. Obviously, the new stuff. The new film knocks the old stuff into a tin can. You know, kills it. Watching my wife. What did she say? 10 out of 10. No notes. I agree with her. The new Superman is 10 out of 10. David Corenswet, beautiful actor. Seems like a good guy. But I think my favourite figure right now might be this guy, Kingdom Come. And I think that this film was based a lot on Kingdom Come, not just because they copied the logo, as you can see, but Superman gets involved in like politics and human stuff, and it kind of questions on Kingdom Come, like those things. No one's really, I've not seen any reviewers say that, but it's blatantly copied Kingdom Come, not All-Star, the tone of All-Star Superman, but it's copying Kingdom Come. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, kids and life and responsibilities and toys. How do you judge those things? I got pre-orders and I'm just trying not to buy anything new now. Like I bought a couple of deals, a £10 figure, £5 figure, just so I know I've got little bits. But I've got so many pre-orders coming. I've always got figures coming. But I shouldn't be having figures come every day, and that's what I'm telling myself. Like, if you got something coming every week, that's a bonus. These are supposed to be bonuses, you know. Right now, they're not bonuses like a damn career. Yeah, I don't even have a big channel, you know. I'm not even known in the community or anything like that. I just do it for fun, and I really enjoy this. This isn't songwriting. This isn't music I'm not writing shows. This isn't a workshop or directing practice or theatre practice. This is something completely different. This is just like a bit of fun, and although I don't have much interaction on the channel, I do have conversations with other creators through the channel. So, you know, this is always here. I watch people's old videos of 10 views, 20 views, and get into them and watch them and be like, okay, even if they're like 10 years old, 7 years old, I might be buying a figure that's 10 years old like that He-Man. So 20 years old, 30 years old. Obviously DC's not that old, but the figures are. Anyway, some of them are. Anyway, that's just the little thing I wanted to chat about. Not necessarily about particular figures, but you know, the whole, you know, collecting and having a family. Anyway, no new lines. Stick to your lines. I try and stick to the same lines. I don't want to do more of this FOMO stuff where I just buy random Marvel stuff just because everyone loves it. I can't be doing that. And the maximum Hulk, you know, it's waste. They were expensive, those ones. 60 quid each, I think, but I think I paid it cheaper because I got them on pre-order, so 50 quid for me. But yeah, if you're American watching this, probably not. That's what is that? That's $80 or something, which is obviously more than what you pay. Anyway, stick to your lines, guys. No new lines.